DRJ Kids.
Story: Gopi's Magical Cycle. In the village of Lakshmanpur, Gopi lived with his mother Lakshmi. His mother Lakshmi worked as a house help in others' house to earn a living. Seeing other children in the village cycling, he too felt like cycling.
Brother Raju, will you please let me ride your cycle? I'll take one round on it and return it.
Gopi, you are a poor person. Mom has asked me not to give my cycle to the poor. And yes, you stop talking to me.
Raju tells this to Gopi and goes away from there on his cycle quickly. Gopi becomes sad and throws a stone in despair in the well. Upon returning home, he tells his mother Lakshmi,
Mom, will you please buy a cycle for me?
Darling, I do not have any money to buy a cycle.
Mom, all the children ride their own cycles. Even I feel like riding a cycle. You don't give me anything ever.
Gopi starts crying. He goes out of his house while crying and sits with a heavy heart near a pond. At that point, a holy man appears in front of him and he asks Gopi,
Why are you so sad, dear son?
I want a cycle of my own. All the children have cycles. I do not have one, and none of my friends let me ride their cycle.
Do not cry, dear. I will give you a cycle.
Once he says this, the holy man takes out a brand new and a shiny toy cycle from his sling bag and gives it to Gopi.
Take this, my son. This is a magical cycle. Do not say a word about this cycle to anyone ever at all.
But this cycle is so small. How will I ride this cycle?
This cycle will expand and shrink at your will, my son.
The holy man disappears from there after giving the cycle to Gopi. Gopi starts observing the cycle from all angles. After looking both ways, he tells the cycle,
I want to ride on you. Please become big for me.
That's when the toy cycle turns into a real cycle. Gopi gets a little startled. At that moment, the cycle starts speaking.
Don't be scared, Gopi. Sit on the seat, please.
Gopi sits on the cycle seat and rides the cycle around. He becomes very happy. He takes 2 to 3 rounds on his cycle and then he gets down from the cycle and says,
Now you please become small again.
The cycle shrinks back to a small toy size. Gopi carefully puts the cycle inside his trouser pocket and starts walking happily towards home.
Now I will show my cycle to all the kids.
Lakshmi is cooking at home. She tells Gopi,
Gopi, where did you go, son? Go wash your hands and feet. I'll serve you food.
Mom, I had gone near the pond and I'm not angry with you anymore, Mom.
Son, we really do not have lot of money.
Mom, you please don't be sad. I will earn a lot of money one day. I will bring everything for you, Mom.
Yes, my son. When you grow up, earn a lot of money, my dear.
Gopi has his food and goes off to sleep. Lakshmi, on the other hand, sits to wash all the utensils and talks to herself.
Dear God, what do I do? From where do I get so much of money? What sort of a mother am I? I cannot even buy a cycle for my Gopi. I cannot fulfill any wish made by my son ever. Please forgive me, my son.
Gopi overhears everything his mother says. He goes near his mother and wipes off her tears. He hugs his mother and says,
Mom, you please don't cry. I do not want anything. After today, I will not ask you for anything again. From now on, I'll do exactly as you say. Please don't cry, Mom.
You are my support system, my son.
Mom, you just wait and watch. Very soon, all our dreams will come true. Please don't worry, Mom. I'm there with you.
Yes, now go and sleep. Go.
Gopi kisses his mother on her forehead and says,
My darling mother.
Gopi lies down on his bed and sleeps with his little cycle. He caresses the cycle and the light in front of the cycle turns on suddenly. It emits a bright light.
Okay now, my darling little cycle. You sleep now too. I will also sleep now. Tomorrow we'll go near the pond and teach those children a lesson.
Okay, Gopi. I love being with you. You are a very good boy. Your mother is also very nice.
Cycle, can you please tell me your name?
Gopi, you can call me Johnny.
Okay, Johnny, from now on we will always be together.
Okay, Gopi. Now let us go to sleep.
The light of the cycle switches off. Gopi covers it with his blanket. Both of them drift off to sleep. The next day, Gopi cycles to the pond side on his own cycle, where few children are already cycling. when Gopi crosses them at wind speed and races off and tells his cycle.
Run, Johnny! Faster! Faster!
All the kids stare at Gopi. Raju gets jealous of Gopi and he tells his friend Pappu,
Where did Gopi manage to get such a beautiful looking cycle? Yesterday he was asking me for a ride.
We need to teach him a lesson for sure now.
I will think of some trick.
Even I'll teach this Gopi a lesson that he'll remember forever. Then he'll understand what it means to challenge us.
Raju takes a rope and stands on one side of the street, while on the other side, Pappu is told to hold the rope and stand.
Pappu, the moment Gopi comes cycling this side, you need to immediately pull up the rope.
Alright. After that, both Gopi and his shiny cycle will be lying flat on the ground. It'll be fun.
That is when Gopi comes in that direction cycling. Raju gestures Pappu to pick up the rope. The other kids are also standing right there on the side of the road. Gopi, who's cycling fast in that direction, smoothly crosses the rope and goes away. Raju and Pappu fall flat on the ground instead. All the children start laughing at Raju and Pappu. Both of them get very angry. Gopi, on the other hand, goes to the market on his cycle.
Come on, Johnny. Let's have some sweets.
Gopi takes laddus and jalebis worth 2 rupees each from the sweet shop. Gopi pays the shopkeeper for the sweets and then he cycles and sits under a tree nearby. He eats the sweets himself and also gives it to his beloved cycle.
Here you go, Johnny. Have a laddu.
At that very moment, Gopi's eyes fall on the newspaper wrapper in which the sweets were packed.
Cycle competition. Anyone can participate. Prize money 1 lakh rupees. Location Khera village 10 a.m. in the morning. Tuesday.
Gopi becomes ecstatic.
Johnny, there's a cycle competition in Khera village. The prize money is 1 lakh rupees.
Oh really? This is really good news, Gopi.
But we will not be able to win, Johnny.
We have to take part in this competition tomorrow and that's it. And I'm there after all. Please have some faith in me.
The next day, the cycle competition is about to commence. All the kids have reached the field with their own respective cycles. From Lakshmanpur village, Raju, Pappu, Mohan, Kalu and Gopi have come with the cycles.
I will teach a lesson that he will remember forever.
Raju, I've bought a lot of nails with me. We will place the nails in front of his cycle. His cycle will get punctured and he will be out of the competition.
That will be too good to watch.
Pappu goes ahead and places the nails near Gopi's cycle stealthily and goes back in his place. That very moment, there's an announcement for the race to begin.
Listen, listen! The competition will start in a few minutes. The child who stands first will be awarded 1 lakh rupees by the Association for Kids Welfare.
The race starts. All the kids are way ahead of Gopi. Gopi stops his cycle.
What happened, Gopi? Why did you stop me?
Look, there are lots of nails on the track.
No problem at all. You move forward.
Gopi keeps cycling. He smoothly goes over the nails. His cycle is speeding like the wind and he moves ahead of everyone. Gopi now has come next to Raju by beating the other contestants in the race and by cycling at top speed. Raju takes out some stones from his pockets and throws it directly at Gopi. But Gopi dodges the stones and easily skips ahead of Raju in no time. And he comes first.
Mom, I've won the cycle competition and I've also won 1 lakh rupees cash prize for the same. Take the money, Mom, and meet Johnny. All this has been possible only because of him.
Okay, my son. From now onwards, Johnny will be with us and he will take you to school every day.
After this, Gopi starts going to school and Lakshmi started a tailoring job. The brave will always triumph in the long run.